Hello guys, welcome back to another late night stream. Apologize for the very late. I wanted to enter earlier, but time just flew by. I got caught out doing something else. But tonight we're doing Genshin Impact. We're going to continue where we left off because we need to advance in this quest so that I can do other stuff like exploring and everything. And basically I'll take a break from Dark Souls and stream Dark Souls another once I finish this. Hopefully I can start tomorrow early and I'll do as much as I can of the quest line. Afraid to fall, they started already in a difficult position.
Nice work, Tagarin. Come on, we'll go around.
Why can he crouch and I can't? Stop climbing into things. Stop it!
This way. We'll enter from the upper floor. There we go. The freight list. Straight from the Fatui. So Shishkin won't have had the chance to doctor the figures. Looks as new as the day it was printed. I guess no one bothers reading these unless they have ulterior motives. Yeah, this is all we need. Come on, let's get out of here. Then go track down the Crystal. Tugarin's a keen hunter, and catching rabbits is his specialty.
Ooh, they let us use the doggy and give us the abilities of the doggy. Search for traces. Too bad the doggy doesn't run.
Anywhere there's a stove, there will be the scent of Cristal. That's normal.
Okay, so ignore that one over there because there's crystal over there. This one, on the other hand,
But if he picks up the scent of Cristal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up.
bark, 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 bark.
This must be the rabbit's warren. Good job, boy. Sure enough, there's a tunnel. You stay here and keep watch. I'm gonna take a look inside.
Thanks for looking out for us. Things are getting tougher by the day.
No need to thank me. It's my pleasure. Sure as Her Majesty the Tsaritsa watching over us, every sacrifice will be worthwhile. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes. These days of hardship will be over soon.
Maybe for everyone else, Liaison Shishkin. But for you, the hard times have only just begun.
Who are you? What's the matter?
I just had a question for you. Why, when times are as tough as this, would someone hoard more Kresnik Cristal than they could ever use? All the crates here are from the most recent shipment, but they weren't brought here for sale. Instead, they were secretly stashed away. Would you be able to shed any light on the situation, Mr. Shishkin?
Me? Why, I have no idea. But look at how much there is. It's quite a godsend. Now there will be plenty to go around.
This godsend was found in a cellar adjacent to your residence following a tip from Mr. Alosha. And this is only a fraction of what we found down there. We're still taking a full inventory. The official figures will be finalized shortly. I've always been grateful for your efforts to mediate between us and the townspeople of Sretomaros. But now, Mr. Shishkin, it appears you were the source of the conflict all along.
How could you do this to us?
We trusted you to have our backs. You've been lying to us this whole time?
Hey, I owe you all an apology. I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. This isn't who I am. Please believe me, this was a one-time mistake that I will never repeat. We all know how difficult life has been since Project Stuja came into force. Energy is an increasingly scarce resource. People everywhere are getting desperate. But some places have been hit harder than others. I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Cristal have ceased there entirely. If nothing is done, they're all going to freeze to death. You know as well as I do how downright impossible it is to buy Cristal these days. The thought of my poor mother and father, with no one to help them, I felt so afraid. I watched as energy grew scarcer by the week, all the while knowing that their lives were at risk. Then one day, I looked at the Cristal shipment in front of me, and a terrible, selfish thought entered my mind. Looks like I'm just not cut out to be a criminal. I'm so sorry. Once the Fatui have finished their count, you'll see that the numbers match their waybill. I have the official Snezhnayan quotas here. Anyone who has already purchased energy, please make your way over here to correct your transactions. I'll make a batch purchase of crystal worth 3 months' salary for you all to use free of charge. As for Al-Latir, I'll think of something else.
You don't have to go that far.
Yeah, owning up to your mistake is enough for me. You've done plenty of good for the community in the past. I'm not looking for a handout.
Drop the act. You claim this was a one-time mistake, but the real reason there's only one shipment's worth of stolen crystal in your basement is that you have an accomplice.
Reporting in, sir. We've conducted a full search of the mayor's house. As expected, we found many crates full of crystal, half of which were still in their original shipping containers.
This wasn't your first time at all. You've been colluding with the mayor of Stratomeros for a long time now. The train station's currently out of service, but it does open for a short window every time there's an energy delivery. And every time a train pulls in, you're there on site to take inventory and oversee the workers unloading the cargo. The mayor handpicks said workers. Per his instructions, they transport the crystal by tunnel at night to the mayor's house, and he sells it out of town. But since he can't get the goods out of town by train, he had to arrange an alternative method of transportation. This meant slower sales, which gave me plenty of opportunity to catch him in the act.
Wait, the mayor's involved in this too?
Preposterous. What proof do you have of any of this?
Basic math. I've spent a lot of time lately counting carriages as the snowstorm rages.
Counting carriages? What?
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, it's fair to assume that every carriage is packed full. So, if we take the energy required for the Kresnik's torch, add the sales figures you provided, then compare that figure to the train's theoretical cargo capacity, guess what? The numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new record. 3 carriages missing.
You mean to tell me that you sat around outside, counting carriages, in this weather?
I'm a hunter. I have 2 options. Hunt or starve.
Well, I've heard enough. The evidence speaks for itself. Take Shishkin and the mayor into custody and escort them back to Snezhnograd.
You cocky little brat! Ruining my business! Just you wait.
Yeah, something felt off. So I just followed my gut. Math isn't my strong suit, though. I'm lucky my dad made me learn enough to get by, but all this number crunching was a million times harder than the aim and fire work I'm used to.
Thank you for your assistance. You're a brave lad. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal, as I'm sure you can tell. He did all of this right under our noses, and we never suspected a thing.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. He had everyone fooled.
Even with that sob story he fed us. He was probably trying to keep the mayor out of it, not just mask his own motives. Without the compelling case he put together, even I might have fallen for it. Alosha, was it? Tell me, are you really a hunter?
We can go find some wild animals if you want. I'll fire off a couple of shots, and you'll see whether I'm the real deal.
I didn't mean to cast suspicion on your identity. It's just... well, I'm sure you've heard of the Rokot. Recently, they've been recruiting people with your kind of talent. They hide in plain sight under false identities, working against Project Stuja, sometimes directly opposing the Tsaritsa herself. They aren't a violent organization, and their goal is to improve the lives of the common folk, but still, as a member of the Fatui, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't keep tabs on them.
First I've heard of this. I don't really keep up with what goes on in the city. All I know is, people who don't mind their own business in the city end up paranoid about everything. As for me, I just couldn't stand Shishkin. I'm from Alatir myself, and I can tell you, nobody's lived there in years. Why would an abandoned village need Cristal? Of course, no one really cares about the fate of that place. I'm guessing today is the first you've heard of it.
I see. It does sound quite tragic. Really. Well, thanks again for your assistance, and your friend here too. I will report this incident to Snezhnegrad. The Fatui will take over energy distribution until new officials are appointed. We'll also ensure that the train station resumes normal service as soon as possible. Looks like it's my turn to brush up on math now. I never liked it as a kid either.
Don't mention it. Isn't the soldier overseeing the delivery supposed to verify the quantity of the goods? Was he just careless? Or was he being paid off too? Who knows? Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik Cristal too. Thanks. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this Cristal to. Hang tight for a moment. This old lady, she doesn't really know who's who anymore.
Oh, grandson. It's so cold today. You must be freezing.
Ma'am, it's me, Alosha.
Alosha? Alosha who?
You know me. I came by earlier today. Cleaned the ashes out of your stove, gave you some warmer bedding, and washed your back.
I'm sorry, I don't remember. Now, how often do I get to see my grandson, Come on, take a seat and relax while I fix you something to eat.
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your old granny once in a while, isn't it? Sretomaros is a good town. All sorts of things to do and people to meet. And the local officials are good to us. Sit down. Come on, take a seat. I still have some fruit left. Let me get it for you.
Please, don't get up on my account. You need to rest. Where's the fruit?
Right under the basket by the door. Or maybe it was on the bedside cabinet. Well, grandson dear, do you like it?
Very much, ma'am. It's delicious.
Good, good. Wonderful.
You don't need to save any more.
I
for
bet
me
it's
next
brought
time,
on.
right? Fresh fruit is hard to come by at the moment. You should eat it as soon as you get it.
Oh, I don't need it. I'm fine. But if you like it, come back for some more soon.
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer things for special occasions. I met her at the market back before her health began declining. She was a lovely old lady. We're from the same hometown. Not many people have heard of Alatir, and if they have, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. There's a gang of highwaymen that came from there. Now that it's an abandoned village, it's rare to find anyone who shares fond memories of our hometown. So after we got talking and realized we were from the same place, we decided to keep in touch by letter. I first learned of Stratomoros's energy supply problems from a passing comment in one of her letters. Then, after her health went downhill, I started visiting more often to check in on her. The town's been in decline for a while now, but because of her memory problems, she thinks of it as the bustling, prosperous Stratomoros still in its heyday. That said, I kind of appreciate her optimism. There's not much of it going around in this world of ice and snow. It's fine. Everyone grows old. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you'll sense a familiar presence by your side. You turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard, trying to make out who it is. And when you finally see their face, the Grim Reaper reaches out and takes your life. She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face in her world just yet. Come on, let's get back and see how Paimon's doing.
And by Grim Reaper, we mean Renova. The shade of death.
Paimon, we're back. Are you feeling any better?
Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore, but she's still a little dizzy. Flying probably isn't a good idea right now. Paimon might lose her balance. But Paimon's sure she'll be fine. It's probably just from getting hit on the head by that pile of snow when we first arrived in Snezhnaya.
Her complexion's looking much better. Let's keep an eye on her.
Sure. But enough about that. How did everything go on your end? Are you all set? Did you have any trouble?
I'll explain. It's a bit of a long story.
Jeez. You guys got pretty busy. Sounds like the liaison officer and the mayor were running quite an operation. Huh. Good riddance to both of them. It's a good thing you managed to catch them. So, you said the train station will open again soon, right? And everyone has enough crystal now?
Yeah. Well, enough to survive at least. Project Stuja isn't going away anytime soon. People will still have to scrimp and save to make ends meet. Don't know. The goal of Project Stuja is to gather energy for the Tsaritsa, but no one knows where that energy's going. It's never been made public. The thing is, we were told that the project would only last for 6 months. Time and time again, they keep extending it.
Extending it? Does that mean the Tsaritsa's plan isn't going very smoothly?
That's what everyone suspects. In principle, any proposed extension needs to pass by majority vote in the Snezhna Grad Veche. But even though opposition has been growing, any detractors end up caving into political pressure from the Rooster, Pulcinella. He's the chair of the Snezhna Grad Veche and a key figure in the voting process. He has the backing of many powerful and influential people.
How come the Fatui are picking on ordinary people even here in Snezhnaya?
I don't see it like that. Fundamentally, the Fatui will always think and act in the Tsaritsa's interests. But that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Stratomoros still receives crystal shipments is because of a relief proposal put forward by the Rooster himself. Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation. Even the Northland Bank provided some mora for disaster relief, and they're as conservative and indifferent as they come. It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always going to be some conflict when those worlds collide. Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion on how best to tackle the big issues of the day. Regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnograd, while the rich and powerful are either unwilling or afraid to speak out for all sorts of complicated reasons. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities and an outlet to vent their frustrations. Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best to help the common folk. Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join in. You're not new to this, I can tell.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job to help people out with commissions and get to the bottom of things.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhnograd? Aside from taking your friend to see a doctor, of course.
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins with many of the Harbingers along the way, and I really need to know what the Tsaritsa is up to. Her ultimate goal? What the Gnosis mean in all of this? Since I've made it this far in my journey, I have to find the truth, whatever it takes.
Wait, so... No way. Are you who I think you are?
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous by the day.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, and why it has to involve us freezing to death in the snow. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times, and right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnograd. Word is, she's heading east on a campaign to slay a monster. Yeah, so you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable monster with the power to summon snowstorms. It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now, it's so big that the Tsaritsa has deemed it the #1 threat. Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate threat to this town or to Snezhnograd. I'm sure the Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. It's just a question of how long it'll take. Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her anytime soon. You'll have to wait until she gets back. Fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the train station for the time being. Things should be up and running by tomorrow. Once it's open, we can see about getting your train towed to the station.
Whoa! That's gotta take a lot of manpower. Are you sure we can talk them into it?
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon manufacture. I've never seen anyone check it, so I wouldn't worry. Having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhnograd in no time. I need to head there myself anyway. Got some game to trade for Mora. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Oh, thanks so much. Let's get a good night's sleep ahead of our big trip tomorrow.
So, word of the Traveler House reached Naya.
Drive carefully, all right? You don't want to end up in this situation again. Also, I don't think I've seen a train like this before. Is it a new model or something? Not a fan of small talk, are you? Anyway, take this. It's an up-to-date map of the Snezhnayan rail network. All the track switching is automated. So, as long as the train's moving, you don't need to worry about collisions or anything. We'll leave you to examine the train's conditions yourselves. Fingers crossed nothing's broken. I doubt Sratomaros has any engineers with experience working on this model.
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for everything.
All right then. Have a safe journey. And make sure to check everything's working before you set off.
Yay, our train is on. Birdie. Wait, where do we... Wait for the train to arrive at the station, but I have a train. They said to check everything. Oh, this is the cargo area of the train. This doesn't have a lot yet. Need to upgrade it probably. We're in Sretomarovsk. We have Svetlovdovka, Rankova Soya, Snezhnograd, and Morpisok.
Alright. Looks like our destination settings have been applied. Let's give this thing a final once-over and then head out. Goggles, your time to shine.
Affirmative. Running vehicle diagnostics.
What's this?
Engine, green. Wheels, green. Frame, minor damage, but no impact on function. Diagnostics complete. All systems nominal.
Wait! Paimon still can't get over the fact that you just found this tech lying around in a random cave.
I've lived in Snezhnaya my whole life, and I've never heard of an interactive, talking train autopilot.
Strictly speaking, I wasn't designed purely to drive trains, though I doubt you have any interest in navigating the practically unreadable operator's manual yourself. All configurations are complete. Should you require any further assistance, please call for the Eye of Grey.
Nope. Paimon's gonna find a warmer seat. Huh? What's going on?
Ooh.
Oh,
wow.
no.
What is this place? Traveler, are you okay?
What? I'm back at my old clothes? Come on.
Paimon's still airborne, but it feels like swimming through thick, gloopy water. It's horrible.
Just our luck. Of all the things that could have gone wrong.
Alosha, you're Snezhnayan, right? Any idea what the heck this place is?
It's called the Shadow Realm. A place where no wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows. Even time itself doesn't exist here. It's a world where everything seems to come to a standstill. I've only seen it a few times before, and this is my first time inside. It's a dangerous place. Most people who get sucked into the Shadow Realm are never seen again. And the few who do make it back, they're never quite the same.
Huh? Then what the heck do we do now? Oh, maybe Goggles knows something. Goggles? Great! Now we're done for!
Hold it together. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I heard a story once about the world of shadows. If it's true, there's a way to escape. We just need to find the exit. Come on, let's explore.
Look at these Fatui! It's like they've lost their minds!
Their shadows have been devoured. They're no longer amongst the living.
Ready to drop.
I can't channel elemental energy here, but I have a few gadgets that still work.
Whoa!
Wait! What's that blue thing? Is that... Goggles?
Guess we better find a way over.
Yep, I can go through the train or above it. Best way. Oh, there are enemies inside. Come on, Alushka, what are you doing over there?
This is the last one.
What do we do next?
Play it by ear.
Goggles!
Hello. I am glad to see the three of you safe and sound.
For now, at least. Things aren't looking too good.
Correct. We are now inside what is known as the Shadow Realm, the darkest space in the shell, where even the Most High is loath to cast its gaze. Time and space hold no meaning here. It intersects with the world of the Light Realm only rarely, like an air bubble that rises to the water's surface. We must leave this place before it sinks back down into the depths once more.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Yes. In fact, the very purpose of my creation was likely to... from the Shadow Realm. It appears that key data is currently inaccessible, but now is not the time to resolve that problem. I have marked the exit to the Shadow Realm for your convenience. In addition, I have prepared some equipment to aid you as you traverse the Shadow Realm, Traveler. It may well be one of my core functions. Scan complete. Construction in progress. Activation code? We once peered into the past from the ruins of the shadows. This is what remains of the Golden City, Hyperborea.
Hyperborea?
Now go. Arm yourselves with weapons of the spirit. Bring down the walls of the stronghold and extinguish the flaming arrows of the wicked.
Is this a gun?
In the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot channel the elements, there once was one who, after much research and many attempts, found this to be the most effective means of attack. Let's go. We don't have much time. When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them. Yeah. You can slide to navigate through low, narrow tunnels. Obstruction ahead. You may be able to use the explosives nearby. Shoot the explosives to detonate them and clear the path. Since elemental energy is unavailable in the Shadow Realm, ammunition is an important resource. You can replenish your ammunition at various supply points. For long-range targets, try using the scope to line up your shot. Many hostile units approaching. I suggest a new strategy. Take cover and pick them off one by one.
Press the advantage!
Yeah. 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 More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked Assault.
Firearm overview. Simulated elemental skill. Normal attacks charge the firearm with a special energy known as frigid glory. Once sufficient energy has been stored, press the simulated elemental skill button to switch to breakthrough mode. In breakthrough mode, the firearm consumes frigid glory to launch high power ray spears, piercing through opponents along their path and dealing cryo.
State number 2. State number 2. Charge!
Press the advantage! Reach!
in the rhythm.
Wow, the shooting is not so easy.
Charge!
First, mark gameplay tutorial. A sigil that hovers in midair. Aim and fire at the sigil and you will be able to use the power of the freeze mark to move quickly.
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope.
Nice. Reload! Change of tactics. Charge!
Fall back. Can't take much more. Taking cover.
State number 2. Light him up!
Some supply points can restore a small amount of stamina. Press on. You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances.
Cool.
I recommend using this grappling gun. Such devices were originally used to secure structures in the Shadow Realm. If you detach the connected hook, the grappling gun will automatically fire a rope to another nearby hook.
Okay. So, we just removed this hook, right?
Nice.
search.
Time to catch my breath. This is dicey. Charge!
Sprint at the prime ice launcher to reach high places with ease.
Time to catch my breath. Gotta recharge!
Taking cover.
Reload!
Usable munitions detected. Frag crystal.
Ooh, Electro.
Back in business. Try this!
Where's the...
Reload! Frag out!
Where's the...
Shift your center of gravity and slide down.
Continue onward, but where onward? Oh.
How much longer is this gonna take?
The exit is right ahead. We are very close now. However...
It's like they're trying to keep us trapped here. That platform and the carriages are swarming with undead Fatui. Guess we gotta storm through.
Charge! Gotta recharge! Nice. This is dicey. Demolition time. Nice. Nice.
No, the blueprint Firearm overview. Grenade launcher.
You may find switching to assault mode makes your attacks more effective.
Nice.
Whoa, boss.
Demolition time! Demolition time!
Overloaded. Starting to like this shooter.
Huh? Why is everything shaking so much?
Looks like the Shadow Realm is about to sink back down into the depths.
The exit is right here.
You mean this weird bubble thing? Wait, how exactly do we...
No time to think. We just gotta go for it. Looks like I was right. I can't believe the Shadow Realm manifested right on the railroad tracks. It's almost unheard of. Lucky we made it out. All thanks to you and that awesome gun.
Ah, so you have heard of the Golden City before?
Yeah, it came up a whole bunch in Nokrai. You're a pretty neat surprise in that sense, aren't you, Goggles? We had no idea they left cool gadgets like you behind.
Make no mistake, it was a team effort. For a first-time firearm user, your performance was quite outstanding, far beyond my expectations. As Alosha said, it is highly unusual for the Shadow Realm to manifest in a place like this, but we should still watch out for similar dangers ahead.
Oh, let's hope not. If anything else goes wrong with this trip, Paimon's gonna have train trauma for life.
The Shadow Realm can appear anywhere, not just on the railroad. I am simply advising that we take sensible precautions. Now, if you wish to further calibrate and upgrade your firearm, you may do so over there, provided you have the necessary components. Please take a moment to catch your breath while I repair the body of the train. Amongst other things, this will ensure Paimon is a little warmer while on board.
Oh, thanks, Goggles. You're a trusty train conductor. Well, maybe trusty isn't quite the right word, considering. Anyway, at least you get the job done.
Yes, of course. And just like the Eye of Grey, I am sure it will be a great asset to you in your future adventures. If not the trustiest, then it will at least get the job done.
Let's get some fresh air while the Eye of Grey fixes the train.
Yeah, sure. Paimon wants to forget all about the Shadow Realm. It was so creepy in there. Stretching our legs might help take our mind off things. It's so quiet here for a train station. Not a person in sight. Just abandoned houses. repair? You've swapped our train out for a whole new model!
My plan was to restore the train to its original appearance per my records as quickly as possible. Now that the repairs are complete, the train offers optimized performance and a significantly improved trendiness level.
Huh. Didn't know trendiness was a parameter.
According to my calculations, parameterization is the most effective way for the Eye of Grey to understand trendiness.
Hyperborea, huh? I'm sure I've heard of that in a story somewhere. What an incredible little gadget you are.
Oh, we can make a storage, prime ice construct details, prime ice construct appearance. But what does it store? The storage and collection device created from ice. You can use it to store items and pick up items others have placed in it. But why would I need that if I have infinite inventory? Launching platform. A launch pad made of prime ice. Step in it, launch yourself to higher ground, and maybe it works on certain targets as well. This is the grappling gun and the link mechanism. Oh, and now we have the text. A sign created from prime ice. You can leave a text message on it to help others in their explorations or provide suggestions. Yeah, this is the online text update that we received, that we can basically leave messages to players, which by the way, they are already abusing of it. Sign icon. Ambient bullard, a pillar type device group. It provides various buffs to help you in different combat scenarios. Oh. Where are we? Oh, we're not Nationalgrad. What's this? Available? Huntsman's Cabin? What's this? Meeting Point Chronicles. Under the vast expense of heaven and earth comes the story have a merchant flow. Once they will have cigarettes or something. Spiral Beast. Why would I want to go to the Spiral Beast? Oh, manage prime ice constructs. Wait, what? Oh, Viville, but looks like a certain character we know of. Oh, so these are the things that other players have left around, so we can tell where they are. Wait, can we delete them or something? Text. Ah, yeah, we can remove it. Oh, there's an underground. Ah, yeah, that's the underground that we were there. Okay, never mind. Damn, there's so many. Wait, what's that? A treasure chest? There's a chest nearby. Oh, thanks. That's actually helpful. Beware of the boss. So there's a boss monster there. So now we don't need the compass because other players leave messages. So we're at Rancova, Soria, but ooh, oh, another mechanism. We can finally explore.
A reward on the road.
Oh, so people leave stuff. Ooh, they leave all sorts of stuff. Inventory all material. Oh, so I can use it daily uses. At least there's some grass, no more snow. Kirito, really? Why would he leave a block of ice in the middle of nowhere? Oh, Starlight Prison. We should leave the exploring for another time. Oh, another train is incoming. So what do we have here? Oh, to relax. Decorate carriage? We can decorate it? Oh, interesting. We have a crafting table here. Enter the shooting range. A shower realm analyzer. After analyzing a certain number of shadow wing drops, you will know more about the shower realm and gain increased mobility. Ooh. We can see it moving on real time.
We really had to build the railroad over a canyon, huh?
You might want to avoid looking down if you're afraid of heights.
No, it's not bad. Paimon's just praying that we don't have yet another accident. That mountain is breathtaking. Reminds Paimon of Dragonspine.
They say this mountain's the domain of a Snegovic lord. A lot of the Snegovic retreated there to live in seclusion, so it's a pretty mysterious place. You hear all kinds of stories. Even the residents of the nearby town of Svietla-Lidovka steer clear of the summit, and they make a living off of harvesting prime ice.
Look, a monster sailed by. I don't know, ice ropes.
Snezhnograd's just up ahead. Here we are. Welcome to Snezhnograd train station, the biggest transport hub in the nation.
Wow! It's so majestic! Just flying from one side to the other would probably leave Paimon out of breath!
It's built for maximum efficiency, but yes, transferring trains here can be a little tiring. In the future, you can use this train station to travel anywhere you want in Snezhnaya. For now, though, come with me. Let's get Paimon checked out. This way. There's a lift car that goes straight to Sapoliarny.
We can also use teleport waypoints, who's faster for us. I can just teleport there. But we need to open this one, and this one, and this one. What's that? The stronghold of the Mutual Aid Advanced Network. And this, the Eye of Grey marked location. Ooh, there's something for the Eye of Grey there. And this train, our train. And there's something else up here. Beware of the obstacles. Hey, people.
They have really funny-looking hats. And those ones are about the same height as Paimon. But it looks like they can't fly.
Those would be Volkoblock and Domovoy. You'll also see the Winged Vila and the Snowborn Snegovic, amongst others.
No wonder. We'd heard that Snezhnaya used to be the realm of the Fae. Paimon can really see it now.
To the left is the Market of Zolny. They sell everything there. You can often find some nifty little trinkets. To the right, you'll see the Korolyevsky Theater in the distance.
Look at that! Incredible!
Should I? Of course.
Oof. We open. Wow. It's a lot to explore. Ooh, we go if we get to. Wait, can we get here? Still are train tracks. But there's apparently there's one that leads here to Sletov. Yeah, we need to get to Sletov back. This is Apollinar Palace. The Druzhna HQ. This is the main army, the Druzhna. Neshnograd. Glubov. The Sanctuary of Grief. Ah, yes. I heard of this place, guys. The Sanctuary of Grief is nothing else than the tomb of La Signora. There's a teleport there. Wait, is that shadow? This area is filled with shadows. This must be either the Sharp Realm or the Abyss. And there's a train track that leads here, probably. And a train track that leads here. All sorts of train tracks. A lot of things to explore. Once I finish this storyline, that is.
Snezhnograd is stunning! Seeing it with our own eyes makes all the trouble we went through to get here worth it!
I found it pretty stunning when I first came here too. But I soon found out that stunningly beautiful means stunningly expensive. The prices here are crazy. I'm just a small-time hunter, so Zolny is where I spend most of my time. This way will take us to Podvorier Restaurant. They offer food and lodging there, so you can get settled in while I fetch the doctor.
Is that gonna be stunningly expensive too?
Yeah, I mean, there are places to stay in Zolny, but I highly doubt they'd meet your standards. Most of the stoves are out of crystal, the windows are drafty, and at night, four-legged roommates come out to play, sharpening their claws on the roof beams and floorboards.
Yep, no way. anywhere like that. Maybe we can split the cost of the room between us? Paimon still has some savings left. Fine then. It's your treat. Paimon will save her money for buying a nice little cake. Don't worry. You'll get some too.
I'm glad to see you've perked up. If you find yourselves in the mood for some sightseeing later, there's a few places around here worth seeing. This way leads to Zapoliarny Palace, which serves as the Tsaritsa's audience chamber and also her personal quarters. The adjacent block is kind of a city in its own right. That's Glupov, the headquarters of the Fatui. Inside, there's a munitions factory known as the Armory Palace, producing a constant supply of all kinds of equipment for the Fatui. A lot of important research happens there too. And over there is the Snezhnegrad Vecha, where all the big shots meet regularly to make policy decisions. These places are best admired from a distance. I'm sure I don't need to explain why.
Yeah, they probably have super strict security. We're not looking for trouble right now.
The downtown area is near the center of Zapoliarny. That's where you'll find the restaurants, bookstores, and gift shops. Another place of interest is the Northland Bank, which is over this way. Oh, and I'm sure you'll want to make contact with the Adventurers Guild at some point, right? That's right here.
Ooh, speaking of adventuring, we use alchemy quite a lot. Do you know where we can find a crafting bench?
No one practices alchemy in Snezhnegrad, I'm afraid. Apparently there's some historical reason for it.
Oh. We'll just have to use the one on the train then. Kinda inconvenient. Wait, how come there's one on the train if that's Snezhnayan too?
Yeah, I don't know. Not my area of expertise. Still, I wouldn't say the absence of alchemy makes life here any less convenient. Anyway... Finally, there's Zolny in that direction. It's mostly residential buildings and factories, but there's a few shops too. Worth a look around if you're interested. That's about it. You guys go ahead and get checked in while I track down my doctor friend.
Sounds good. Thanks for all the recommendations. It'll be good to get out of the cold wind. Paimon's starting to feel another headache coming on.
Podvorye restaurant is right this way.
Ooh, commission for Snezhnaya. 10 days left for this. So we got the crafting. This is the batch. Oh, this is the food.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild headquarters.
Ooh. Although taking point by the way, I like your artifacts.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot. Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. Oh, thanks for taking such good care of Paimon. Honestly, she feels kind of bad for throwing a wrench in the works. If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. But instead, we're stuck here waiting for a doctor. You're right. No need to push ourselves too hard for no reason. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned so far and try to figure out what to do next. Obviously, the million more question is, what is this Tsaritsa planning? Everything else leads back to that. Sure was. And so far, we've learned that in addition to the 7 Gnosis, her plan also requires a ton of energy. But we won't get to see her anytime soon. Alosha said that she went east to fight that big monster. It must be a pretty powerful one if it can blanket the whole of Snezhnaya in a snowstorm this awful. To be honest, what we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Not word on the street type of info. Paimon can think of a few people who might be able to help us. But... Right! And when we left Nokrai, Sandrone specifically left a message reminding us which side we're on. So, it's unlikely they'd tell us anything confidential about the Tsaritsa's grand plan. Yeah, fair point. Besides, that glue pop place is right nearby. We've got nothing to lose, so it'll be a waste not to go. There's gotta be someone there willing to talk to us, right? Maybe Arlecchino or Sandrone? Or possibly Tartaglia. But it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino, let alone Sandrone. She basically told us to stay in her lane already. Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Nokrai. Apparently, he came to help out.
Hello. Is there a traveler and Paimon in there?
That's Alosha! Come in!
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather. I see. So you're my patient today, yes? And you're, Faye, I presume?
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either, but she's definitely not the same kind of Faye as the ones we saw at the train station. Is that gonna be an issue?
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae. I've even diagnosed plenty of cats and dogs in my time. Safe to say, I have a fairly eclectic range of expertise.
It'll be fine. Paimon's basically the same as a human, right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we? More like you don't eat enough. The more talking you do, the more you need to eat.
Now, please take a seat. Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal ranges. I don't think it's anything serious. More than likely, you've just caught a cold. I can give you some medicine to tide you over, but as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. Make sure to keep an eye on your temperature, though. If you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms don't improve, just contact me again.
Sounds like there's no cause for alarm.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Just doing my job. I'll leave you in peace now. Time to visit my next patients.
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple days. No sightseeing for the time being.
All right, then. Guess we got no choice. Let's just treat it as a short vacation.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else from the doctor or me, go to the Hunter Trade Station in Zolny. The boss there knows how to reach me. Hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do. See you around.
All right, time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
Oh, Byron's sleeping. I can find Child. I haven't in my character. Ooh, what new foods do you have? Cat people, fox people, dog people.
3 bottles of fire water.
Bear people. The bear people are cute. Ooh. Oh, hey, look who it is. Salino. The one from the event with Linnea. Ooh, there's a... How do I get up there? Oh, no, I was way off. Wow, Snezhnaya is bigger than I expected. Look down. Ooh. Train tracks, but well, there's something down below.
Hold on. Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per the advertised booking process and wait until your invitation letter is issued. Might I ask who you're hoping to visit? Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just talk their way in here. You don't just show up and land a meeting with the Harbinger. But I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Honestly, it's such a waste of time asking when I already know what the answer's gonna be. Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If Child is unavailable, you'll have to go through the proper procedure. Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Glupov at present. If I were you, I'd cut your losses. No point waiting any longer. Even if you two are old friends as you claim, please understand that the Fatui Harbingers are often busy with their official duties. They tend not to stay in Glupov for extended periods. Next time, stick to the rules. You'll make life easier for both of us, Greetings, Lady Marionette.
Sandrone!
I'll take care of our guest here. It's his first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that he doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged. No misunderstandings I should be aware of.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew. That was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know. Wait, where's Paimon? Under the weather? That's hard to imagine. She's always buzzing with energy. I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. It's even colder here than in Nodcry. Has she seen a doctor? I can get you one if you need. All right then. Well, let me know if you run into any other problems. Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing. And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So I had no choice but to abandon my freshly brewed piping hot tea and come to see this mystery guest for myself. Well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't exactly let you freeze to death out here in the wind. Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it, and as a Harbinger, I have to lead by example. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class, unlike Nasha Town. Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes, so we can catch up there. Your treat, of course.
Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
Gotta get used to this new city, going the ups and downs.
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my taste. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right? Wanna take a guess? Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know. That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by now. Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting. They'll be discussing yet another extension to Project Stuja. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days. Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he? It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero, before leaving for Natlan. In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia. I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the letter until the events in Natlan had concluded. That was his reaction, too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other. But he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the rest of us, I mean my tea party regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it. Anyway, then the Liu-S situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among members of the Fatui. Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures. With the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right? Exactly. Piero also needed to back a Harbinger as soon as possible. And, all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time. point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea? Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken, it plays out for all to see in that one little room. Having a voice in the Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular interest group. Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting. But since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard. Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are, but also powerless to change it. A complex web of interests connects all parties involved, and the Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity. It must be nearly impossible to come up with a perfect solution.
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. Time for you to answer a question of mine. You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me? Huh? Jealous? As if. Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Columbina passed on my message to you before you left Not Cry, right? I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? Because you took that to heart? You... fair enough. It's not your fault. I blame all these politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. I guess it must have rubbed off on me. Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay? Little things like this are no problem.
Lady Marionette.
What now? Can't you see I'm on my break? Whatever it is, just leave it on my desk. I'll look at it later.
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an emergency.
Isn't it always? I've told you before, fixing the tracks and transporting ice blocks does not constitute an emergency.
The equipment in Svietlo-Lightovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is a buildup of snow, exceeding the maximum weight limit. The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby ice cave. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation, but we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the rescue and engineering teams.
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. I'm the only engineer you'll need. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that? Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to step out for a while. Given how urgent this is, I'm sure she'll understand. And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills and experience, you'd be reliable help. Then let's go. You, take 2 people to Pavoye restaurant. Find his room and watch it like a hawk until we get back. If anything happens to Paimon, you'll be answering to me.
Yes, Lady Marionette.
Naturally. What a perfect design.
I have to explore more of this later. Who knows what things could be hidden. Oh, we have to get here. Oh, great, but I need to go to my train. the train is the only way to get there. Wait, but this is someone else's train, it's not my train. I thought I was gonna have my train rather than somebody else's. Hey, basement dweller, popper. Oh, we're moving. Wait, was it freezing? I think I saw it freezing. Oh, because we're obviously outside now. Okay, we're heading the right direction. Ooh, look at the beast.
Next stop, Svetlovaidovka. Passengers interested in Primite artisanry and material gathering are welcome to take a tour.
I wonder what happened to our train. Is it going to stop or is it going to continue? Okay, I'm here. Ooh, see, our train is here. What's our train doing here? Is that what te crees? Pavlina, Grand Duchess of the Snezgorozhka, is inviting her son's spaceship to attend a wedding. House of Hesperids, once home to the sovereign who ruled over the Snezhnegovic, asked for Pavlina. There is a chest nearby. Yeah, if only they would tell me where it exactly is.
Is this an answer from this world?
It says there's something here, so it's probably below. I don't think it's above. Is that a Tower of the Gods? Yes, Tower of the Gods, and it's the continuation. But right now we have to get to Sandrone. Look down. This one's not helpful.
They weren't exaggerating. This is really dangerous. It's a good thing only one of them broke. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that direction. Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. I'll evacuate the people around here as I go. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
Hey, brother! Listen to me!
have to be getting close.
Don't go any further. It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. You need to leave, now. Ah, I see. You're the backup from Snezhnegrad. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member of the Fatui on the scene.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster type is unknown, and so is its location. Let's go. Every second counts. Careful. Something's moving. This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent.
Lightning flash!
Stay back!
I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move.
Like this!
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder otherwise.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out. He and I will stay behind to watch the rear.
Thank you. Come on, let's go. This way.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made a tactical retreat. Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back anytime soon. It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious beast. People are just food in its eyes. It's lucky we got here when we did. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated. Time for us to leave.
Wait, this place. There's something unusual about it.
Who? Cutscene? Why?
What is that?
I don't know. It's back?
Guess it has family. This way. Run! Thanks. Let's get out of here.
We got our new weapon, and that scene with that magnificent. Exiphane's blade. Wait, the name. Exiphanes. Exiphanes. Xiphanes. Or XAI Phanes blade. You obtain the special weapon XAI Phanes blade deep within a cave. Its origins remain a mystery, and further details may only be uncovered through further adventures. Travelers, God damn it, why so hard to pronounce? Exiphanes blade or Exiphanes blade? Exiphanes. Exiphanes. I'm gonna call it XAI Phanes blade. Traveler's Path. When the traveler equips this, their attack will be increased by 16% for 8 seconds after they hit their opponent. At the same time, they will also regenerate 3 elemental energy. This effect can trigger once every 5 seconds. A long time coming from our first weapon, our trusty where did it went to? It has been my sword for so long. I've almost there is Sword of Dissension, because it's a PlayStation network only. Effect only on the following platforms: PlayStation, and it's for the traveler. But now we have XAI Phanes blade.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. We also placed a sign at the entrance to the cave, warning people to stay away. You really held your own today. I still don't know your name. Don't think I've seen you before. I'll remember the name. All right then. See you around. Hello, Lady Marionette.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. I knew I could count on you. What brings you here, Odette? Here for a performance?
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
She hasn't introduced herself then. Odette is the prima ballerina of Snezhnograd. She's quite the celebrity. If you ever hear people mention the two crowning jewels of the Korailievsky troupe, they're talking about Odette and the prima donna, Vodianitsa. On top of that, Odette's also a rising Fatui star. It's looking likely she'll inherit the title of the Fair Lady. She learned all her combat skills from Rosaline herself. Used to be one of her most valued subordinates, too.
You flatter me, Lady Marionette.
If she's Rosaline's protege, that makes me... Never mind. There's no need to bring it up. No point making things awkward.
Yeah, I'm the murderer who killed Rosalind.
How's progress on your end, Lady Marionette?
Equally successful. I finished reinforcing all the equipment. Took me a little longer without Polonia's help. But the outcome is the same, of course. Even if the heavy snowfall summoned by that monster lasts for another 3 months straight, this equipment won't give way. All right, now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard. Sure, but Snezhnograd will send someone to investigate and draw up a relief plan. And I guess I'll have to write the incident report myself this time, since it involves a mechanical malfunction. First, Pantalone needs to approve the budget, then Pulcinella has to sign off on the plan. Once they've argued it out and reached a compromise, we can move forward. That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, depending on how smoothly it goes. Yup, nothing we can do about it. There's a whole stack of incident reports like this back at the office.
The snow has eased a little for now, but there's no telling when that will change with that monster still at large. Fuel for heating is in short supply, and relief is weeks away. There's no immediate threat to life, but still, it just feels like there should be a better way.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Let's get back to Snezhnograd. When did you get a new sword?
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
You have a strange affinity for second-hand swords.
So many little things to grab and go around. I don't think I can get there right now. Could I just... Oh, look. That must be the shuttle realm. Yep. If we cross through here, we're gonna enter the shuttle realm. And through here. I have to open up all of those waypoints. There have to be another time, while I'm on my own, that is. Can I travel through my train card?
This is how it's always been done. Everyone's gotten by like this for years.
Oh, this is the main heater. No cryocoolers nearby. A kitty cat all above here, seriously? It looks like it's rather close though. I can see it on the map, but getting there on foot, it's not gonna be easy. But Drew's now. Pale Crown Palace. We definitely have to explore everything on foot. The travel to train is nice and everything, but I don't know, well, I was gonna say I don't know why they'll make it, but I know why. It's because of the Shadow Realm and the shooting, the first-person shooter. Because we can travel around just by going through the waypoints. Are we moving? I only see eyes. Oh, we went past this and we're heading to... Yep. What a trip. Going from here, going through here, then going to Snezhnograd. And we pass by this station.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild headquarters.
Oh, it's one of those legendary bosses. Can't wait to explore all of this on my own, on foot. There's more than meets the eye for Nishnaya. They have an underground for entering the Shell Realm area. I think we'll be finishing up the stream once we return here to the quest line.
Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real Big Shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Lajdovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuja, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuja. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse him? What does he mean, refuse to stand up for ordinary people?
Oh my gosh. How does he dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where he's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long-term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuja seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuja outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family, who all live here. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vecha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly as possible. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils, which obviously isn't a great look. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just doing our best to make it work.
In fairness to Sandrone, she rushed to Svietlo Lidovka's aid the moment she heard that people were in danger. And even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to rise to the demands of his new role as counselor.
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful monster. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she waste her time on something like this? Thanks. I meant every word I said, though. I wasn't just trying to placate you. I've already done more than enough diplomacy for one day.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two Harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many others in the Vecha who must feel trapped and forced to vote against their conscience. I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
You can say that again. I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't know you so well.
Forgive me, adventurer, but might I be so bold as to ask about your background? How is it that you can converse so openly with two Harbingers?
Oh, Haven't you been properly introduced?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned his name so far, and no details of his experiences. Is something wrong?
Uh-oh. Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... all right. I guess there's no getting around it. This is the world-renowned traveler, who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma, where there was a duel before the throne, in which the traveler defeated Rosaline.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. It's fine. Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming up. Please excuse me. I should get going.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along. Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but... death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. Oh, by the way, where's Paimon? It's not like her to hide away.
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier restaurant. I got a couple of my people to look after her while we were gone.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain. I'm sure Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours. I'll send my most capable and reliable. They'll make sure Paimon can recover in peace.
Well, that would be great. Your people are more qualified.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. Hopefully this takes a load off your mind. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Already? That was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movements are confidential. Even we're not in the loop. If you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time. Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation. I have some other work to catch up on at Glupov anyway.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have things to do. Things I want to do. And things I ought to do. To start with, I should ask Alosha if he knows any way to help Svietlo Lydovka. How strange. This sword seems to be vibrating of its own accord. It's a very faint vibration, but it's getting stronger as I get closer to the statue of the Seven. Does this sword have some connection to the statue? But all it does is vibrate, even when I touch it. That place I got this sword from was definitely out of the ordinary. Maybe I should try channeling the power of cryo. really is something special about this sword.
Enhanced X-Fane's Blade. The traveler journey far into foreign lands, all for a slim chance of redemption. Origin of Stellar Grace. Minor affixes unlock traveler's path. When the traveler equips this further. Okay, that's the normal. I forgot to level it up too.
I don't really understand what just happened, but I'm pretty sure this sword just got a little more powerful. I'll have to try the same thing again when I come across another statue of the Seven. In the meantime, I'd better go find Alosha.
Oh, so I didn't need it to level it up. It already leveled up on its own. I win the statue of the Seven in Snezhnaya with cryo to enhance. Oh, so I don't need to level it up the normal means. Well, here's another statue of the Seven. It's not known when the traveler gave up on capturing level 40. Now it's crit damage increases by 6% for every elemental they have resonated with. Additionally, the traveler's attack will also increase by 20%. It's not known when the traveler gave up on capturing sounds that miss the eternal silence. If that is the case, then allow me to say a few words. So I do have to do that for every statue of the Seven. I have one here and one here. The train returned back here. Why? And we have this one here. So we have level 40. This one 50 or 60, and this one 70 or 80, and then it goes 90. And there's no way for me to get here. I don't have, unless I go by train. And it's gonna be a long trip, so that's better not.
Hello there. How can I help? Ah, sure thing. Give me a second. I'll go fetch him for you.
It's a familiar story. I've had similar experiences. Although Snezhnegrad doesn't deliberately delay or withhold relief, those first few days of waiting for help are always the hardest. It's a fundamental contradiction. If emergency relief can't be delivered in time, what's the point in even calling it emergency relief? Not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that Krasny Krystal from Stratomoros will start flowing into the market. When we resolve Stratomoros' energy issue, it's like we open the floodgates. A huge backlog of Krystal is now available to the townspeople. There's no way they can use it up at once. A lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work their way through. Probably a good idea, since energy prices are only going to keep rising. But there will always be people who urgently need Mora. Exactly. At the current prices, selling Krystal is an easy way for an ordinary person to make a fortune. Hey boss, how much do I have left in my account?
1 second, let me check. So, you're planning on buying the Krystal out of your own pocket?
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and buy as much as I can afford. No, it's fine. You're new to Snezhnaya, and you have your own living expenses to worry about. Besides, you're already providing the train.
Here's your Mora. See what you can find at the market. But I doubt there'll be much Krystal left.
Yeah, well, can't hurt to take a look. Let's see. Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and... Hello.
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. Sometimes I work as a cleaner or prop hand at the theater where Odette is one of the big stars, so I've met her a few times. When the weather's as bad as this, it's better for a hunter to adapt than to keep looking for game.
Yes, and we sometimes need extra help.
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought things went pretty smoothly in Svietla Lydovka. So, what brings you here, Miss Odette? Looking for some new props?
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation in Svietla Lydovka. It bothered me so much, I couldn't focus on my dancing. So I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. You too, I presume. I suppose that's why you're here. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Not least because ordinary Fatui like me don't even know what Project Stuja is all about. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of it. And at some point, if things aren't making sense to me, I can't just keep going along with it.
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could do something, but all kinds of reservations hold them back. Explains why groups like the Roadcott are springing up to fill the gap.
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks to consider with organizations like that. The Fatui does not encourage their activities.
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to hold the right people accountable when they do. I've heard about a few cases like that.
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, she'll be able to find out what Project Stuja is really about. Still, it's probably a little soon to ask her about that. There may be more to the story.
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it can't stop you from doing the right thing. Where there's a will, there's a way. I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. You made the right decision, so no hard feelings. So, what's your plan?
Oh, we were gonna buy some Cristal. I heard there's some on the market right now.
Funny. I had the same idea. In that case, let me pay. I can claim it back as mission expenses. The real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these costs than for us to pay out of our own pockets.
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Let me see. I'll take it all, please. And I'll be needing a receipt. Right. Choose mission budget under the expense category, but be sure to specify emergency rescue operation in the description. Otherwise, the normal reimbursement limit will apply. Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport Kresnik Cristal during Project Stuja, extra carriages can be added 1 hour before departure. That should do it. The train will be escorted to its destination by Fatui guards.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette. It seems you're as skilled an officer as you are a dancer.
You flatter me. It's only because I've been doing both my whole life.
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right? Any idea how Paimon's doing?
What's wrong? Who's Paimon?
His travel buddy. Hasn't been feeling well. She caught a cold right after they got to Snezhnaya.
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been dealing with this on top of everything you've been doing to help the people of Snezhnaya.
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you. I want to see how she's doing.
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Svietlolaidovka. Plus, I know a little bit about relieving cold symptoms.
All right then, let's go. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the tension seems to have vanished. A good sign, hopefully.
I'm going to activate the more closer. Closer teleport waypoints.
Hello. Sorry, but there's a sick person recovering in this room. Can I help you?
What happened?
Oh, please, excuse me. Are you the Traveler? Could I take a quick look at your Adventurer Handbook? Master Child said I should verify your identity. Ah, it's really you. Sorry for the inconvenience. We're under strict orders from Master Child to keep this room well guarded. At the same time, we can't interfere with Podvoye Restaurant's business. That would only seem all the more suspicious and draw unwanted attention to this room. Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed in and around the restaurant, in plain clothes, of course. Rest assured, you're in safe hands.
I didn't expect such a high standard of protection.
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this special assignment. We're not about to let anything go wrong. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Please, head inside.
Traveler! Alosha, you're back! Oh, hey! Who's our new friend?
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? You're practically a member yourself by this point. Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. Seems like that doctor was right. It's just... Paimon's limbs are still feeling a little chilly.
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is that a flame inside an ice cube? Wait, is this real ice? How's it not melting? And how does the fire keep on burning?
All keen observations. You're right. This is called core ignis. Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I found I recover much more quickly if I place this by my bed. You're welcome to borrow it.
Awesome! Wow! It's so nice and warm! Oh, it's like magic. Your name was Odette, right? How did you two meet again?
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. That's a relief. Any progress with your investigation yet? No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokad, huh? Let me think. Members of the Rokad keep their true identities hidden, but I think there might be someone I can introduce you to. Leave it with me. Meet me at the Korolyevsky Troop tomorrow, and I'll tell you how it goes.
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Paimon will have... maybe some hot milk? Yeah. Paimon's in the mood for something warm. Enough with the secret chat, you two. Let's catch up properly in a minute. Paimon wants to know everything that's happened today. It'll be kinda like Tabletop Troop. No reason why listening to a story can't be an adventure.
Well, I guess that's my cue because we have to wait a day. So this is the end of the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you hopefully tomorrow for the continuation of this story.